Pardon my appearance. I just woke up. Um, so this is an update. I went on a creepy lunch date with a 75-year-old a couple weeks ago. He was actually, I thought, just a friend of mine. He was interested in me romantically. I made it abundantly clear that I wasn't interested in him, but I still wanted to be cool with him, you know. Big mistake, huge mistake on my end. So long story short, he follows me on YouTube and he saw the video that I did about him. He texted me back and was like, I can't believe you did the video. And I was like, why are you surprised? I talk about my personal life among in between all the rants and review videos. So why are you surprised? And you made me uncomfortable. And so he apologized and then said that he was just kidding around with me. Oh, I was just kidding with you in the car. You weren't kidding. You weren't kidding at all, sir. Because if I had said yes to sleeping with you for money, would you have said, oop, I'm just kidding? Of course not. Of course not. So it's been about 3 weeks, right? This man won't stop calling me and he won't stop texting me. I blocked him on YouTube, right? I blocked him on my phone, but when you have an iPhone, you don't see that they've called, but you'll see the voicemails. He's left me 4 voicemails this week. This morning, I woke up to a text from him. You're really not going to talk to me anymore? You're just kidding, blah, 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 blah. Or no, I was just kidding. You're going to get mad over me just kidding around with you. So I don't respond to him, right? So finally I did this morning and was like, can you please stop calling me, stop texting me, stop leaving me voicemails? Now, he's 75 years old. He got a fucked up knee. I could probably whoop his ass. But I'm nervous because he does know where I live. And before you come for me on that, prior to all this happening, he was totally normal. Now, here's the thing. I don't drive. I Uber everywhere. He offered to pick me up when we went to lunch the first time. I also offered to pay for myself for that lunch, and he absolutely refused. The second time we went out, he did pick me up again. We went to a restaurant right by where I live, and I tried to pay for my meal with that as well. He would not let me. I ended up helping him with the customer service issue from the job where I used to work. He had ordered some furniture that was delivered damaged and didn't know how to go about getting it fixed. So that was pretty much the gist of the second time we hung out. So when we hung out the third time, it didn't seem abnormal to me to hang out with him, but he obviously had an ulterior motive, clearly. And I know the whole adage that you shouldn't go out with people that you don't like and blah, 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 blah. But we're adults. At what point can you not go out with somebody and just kick it with them? I used to go have lunch with my old boss who was 20 years older than me that was a man. I still talk to him this day on Facebook. We're actual friends. I'm actual friends with people. The problem is this man that I went out with, and I told him I wasn't fucking with him like that. I don't like you. And I said that way before we ever went out. That's why when I went out and had lunch with him the first 2 times, it was totally cool and normal. That's why when he was like, do you want to get, we were going to try this other restaurant by my apartment. Totally normal. But he had ulterior motives. He took me to a diner by where he lives, thinking that I would stay at his house and all this shit. He played the long game with me. I'll give him that. But what he didn't realize is I'm not some fucking bird brain. I don't fuck people just because they buy me shit. Just because you spend $36 on a fucking shitty meal doesn't mean that I owe you something. Especially when I tried to pay for myself and you wouldn't allow me. What I should have done is went to the fucking waitress myself and paid for myself. That's what I should have done. Looking back, I should have done a lot of things. I should have never went out with the man. And now I'm learning a hard lesson at an old age. Because now the guy won't leave me alone. And he knows where the fuck I live. Now, luckily, I normally live alone. But right now, my brother is crashing with me. He just moved back from Thailand, so he's crashing with me right now. So thankfully, I'm not home alone. But it's getting to a point where I feel like it's harassment. He's harassing me. And now I feel like I'm nervous. Like I have to work today. I have to be at work at 11. I'm nervous that I'm going to go outside while I'm waiting for my Uber and he's going to be sitting out in my parking lot. So for all the people that blame me for the date, how do you explain this current behavior? Is he still right? Is he still in the right? Am I still in the wrong? Do I deserve all the bullshit that I'm getting now because I didn't put out for a $36 nasty ass diner dinner? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the police, not 911. I'm just going to call the police and go, listen, I have a guy that is harassing me, just to let him know, because I don't feel like he's going to go away. I mean, shit, he's 75 years old. He ain't got nothing else better to do. And you know what's funny? Here's another thing. Here's another fucking flag that I didn't even... I'm learning a lesson right now. All the people that gave me shit in the comments before, y'all were right. You just were going about it in the wrong fucking way. But, so this dude is 75, right? He has a 6-year-old child. Which lets me know the mother of that child is a fucking bird brain. And he thought I was some bird brain dumbass woman too. No offense to the people that live here where I live, the women, but a lot of these chicks out here, they'd have gave something up to get their rent paid, for a meal, to get money. I'm not built like that. I'm not built like that. I'm not selling my soul to some fucking man because he bought me lunch or because he bought me. Here's the reality is I'm not used to men buying shit for me anyway. I'm super independent. I'm always surprised if a guy gives me a gift. Actually, I don't think I've ever gotten a gift. No, I have. I take that back. I have gotten gifts. Nothing major, but I, have at some point in my life. But like, this is crazy because the man won't leave me alone. Waking up to voicemails from him. Like, this is insane. Like, what the fuck am I'm scared to leave my apartment this morning. I legit am weirded out because I'm like, I have a feeling. My spidey senses are fucking tingling right now. They're tingling. And usually when my spidey senses start tingling, I'm not wrong. I really feel like this man gonna be sitting in my parking lot when I leave to go to work. Luckily, I have mace. I'm a tall bitch and I'm strong and I can fight and I will fucking fight a man. I might lose, but I'm gonna die trying. Anyway, I'm too nice to people. This is something that I said I wanted to work on in 2024, boundaries. Because what I've noticed about myself, I'll stick up for other people, other issues, but when it comes to me, I don't show up for myself in the way that I should. The reality is I was trying to be polite with him, and now I'm going to have to be a mean, nasty bitch to get him to leave me the fuck alone. And I don't even like going there with people like that. Because my crazy is going to out crazy your crazy. I can guarantee that.